My name is Molock Terry. I'm from Wawet Village in Tewai-Siassi district, Morobe province. Uh, I have been start this cooperatives in 2008. Uh, for how I come and start this cooperative because of our fathers and forefathers. They have coffee.
Can you tell me how the cooperative works with the farmers? How do you engage the farmers
Yep.
and how many farmers altogether and from which particular areas of Tewai-Siassi?
Thank you. In Unen Choit Cooperative Society, we have 1,750 farmers for the certified farmer, but we have for the non-certified, including non-certified, that the conventional coffee, they have more than 6,000 farmers. But for the household, we almost 16,000. That's including the children and the wife in the coffee area. So once we work with fair trade, they give us to like gender equity training, and also they support us to help them to how to prevent their environment, the conservation, and tell us to how to get conduct the training in all districts, in all LGs. So, but we have a specific area, like we have our 44 cluster group in Unen Choit Cooperative Society. So like we conduct them in Timber Combat Celebet, but according to our, the tribes and clan, they have making us a cluster group. So we go to their own their respective area to conduct this training to work with their coffee.
Okay, so how how does the cooperative system within Unen Choit operate? How do you uh, how do the farmers contribute to the cooperative and how do you like
Okay.
buy and
Yep.
sell the
Yep.
coffee?
Thank you. Once we have a monitoring system, like creating database here. So all the farmer was recorded accordingly to the cluster groups. So we have a different recording system. One, the other is non-certified, and the certified farmer. So we have like in Darin, we have one central location in Darin, and also come to Wasu, and also in Saido, and under contract in Kabwum, and under contract in Chialum. But we locate and use our the neighboring businesses. So we stay there to work with our central area to get their like keeping records, get their names and recording system. Every year we get like audit for the inspecting their gardens and work with our farmers to conduct the training in our all areas. And then we tell them to pay off their coffee in their region, and they have storage there, so they keep the coffee in their storage area. And then our cooperative trucks, they go up to their area and then shift them down to Wasu and then transport it to Leh.
So how does the cooperative help to put money into the how do you pay the farmers? How do you pay them?
In 2014 and 15, there is no way to handle the hard cash like we handle every day. We go to BSP, get 200,000 to 300,000 cash, and then they go to the North Coast Service and go to the top where they like when we go to Wasu and then we to pay off the Wasu farmer. When we go to Kabwum, we pay there, and then our cooperative staff they be there, and some of the villages they cooperate with us so that we get the money go direct to the farmer and then paid according to how much the kilo they or the coffee they brought from their gardens. And also, they once we go to their rooms, then we can go to there, and then we sometimes we send their shotcast to the ship, and then they go to the ship, and then work according to their how much the coffee they send it to our warehouses.
Okay, and then once the coffee comes to land, or where does it go after that? Day?
Once we come to the we have our own system to kind of connect to the importer. So once we get the contract from the importers from outside, then we connect with our exporter here in Ley, and then tell them that this contract was sent from the like Australia, New Zealand, or maybe Europe, or Korea. So once we have a contract, and then we tell them that this coffee was sent to this area. But the exporter also have a demand, but they haven't have a coffee. So they use our coffee to send them export to their demand, not to our demand. So that's a big difficult to They have a stock, they have a coffee mill. So once we come to meet our demand, they don't want to, we can't control them because this stock was already come by on their jug. So that's very difficult. So once we get the coffee, we have a contact with our importer. So we'll tell them that we send this kinds of amount of coffee that send it to our exporter here. So you can contact them to get that demand for that number, contract number. So we explain them. So once they want to get the coffee to put the other demand, they will say, no, we have got a contact from the Moloch that they already get coffee from to yours mill.
Okay, so where are you currently exporting? Exporting, which countries are you exporting to now?
We every year we are exporting to Australia, especially Kabwum, New Zealand, John Button, and Coca-Cola, and also most of the coffee lava for our South Koreans. I haven't been there, but when the coffee was there, I've been in visit in 2018. I see that there is a Blue Mountain Morobe coffee, PNG coffee, and I haven't know that who is selling or where the coffee was come from. But once I go around in coffee shop, coffee expo in South Korea in 2018, I see that our coffee is displayed in all Korean market, and I was proud. And then they said, "You are the owner of this coffee?" I says, "Yes, I'm owner of this coffee." But one of the challenges is we haven't enough like mill to produce more. And then most of the coffee was not sent to market because of lack of transportation and also the hardship they're facing. And also once we facing like the cash was not in our hand, they will delay to pay. So the farmer was give up.
In terms of the export revenue you bringing into the country, can you, and to our farmers in Tewai-Siassi, can you tell us a bit about that kind of money that you're bringing in?
Every year we bring 10 to 9 million, but not above 10 million. So we sell export 20 to 40, 45 container. We bring 10 million to our country, and then they get the levy and and this all the money was go direct to the farmers every year. But once we buy in my experience to buy the apartment every day, we buy 100,000 to 50,000 per day. So it depends on how much we can put it into like Derim and Awashu Kabwum, Shalom, and the Shido. We put 20 to 30, 40,000 cash. They will we will run out at the same time. and then we're waiting when the coffee come, and then we're waiting for the other to come because we haven't have enough seed capital to run this recycle this funds to get more coffee from our farmer. That's a big problem. So we need some seed capital to how we can rotate these funds to get more coffee from our farmer. The farmer is willing to work on the coffee farm, but because of the seed capital, because of our delay, like processing coffee in coffee mill, they didn't know the system that we are facing. They didn't know how we can get the coffee or sell the coffee and get the money. They want money and they want to give a coffee. So that's a big challenges that we're facing in our cooperatives.
Okay. So, can you talk about a bit about the potential for coffee in Tewai-Siassi, and how the government can help?
Oh, sorry.
Can you talk about the potential for further development of
Uh,
the coffee industry in Tewai-Siassi, and how the government can help to develop the industry?
There is a big potential. We have a land, big mass of land in our Tewai-Siassi and Kabwum district, and including Saido, because Saido is bordering the Madang and Morobe. It's a very challenges, and also there is a big challenges in the freight. So we see that the freight is the CAC support in a way to shift the coffee to the lay, but sometimes when it comes to the CAC office, they tell us that no, because you are the big group, so we can't support you to the seat capital, the freights. So that's a big challenge. So all the freight was made by our organization. So the CAC help us in the freight society for the we can ship the coffee to the Saido, to Wasu, to Shalom, Finsofen, up to Ley. But sometimes it's like Luship and Shulu Express can uh, support us for the how to develop the coffee in our district, including Saido district. Uh, because I'm talking because not only we're working in the Tewai-Siassi district, we're working in the Kabwum, and because we have a heart for the farmer. Because this coffee was brought by the missionary. The missionary is not going to the district, but it follow they follow how they can spread the gospel. So this coffee seed was going to there. So we mobilizing not only Unen Choit is not only buy in Wasu and Kabwum and Tewai-Siassi. We buy in also Buana district, Menjama district. We buy in this area, but we challenge them. It it's the most challenges. The one of the biggest challenges is a coffee mill. Coffee mill. We need the coffee mill in Morobe for the coffee farmer for the Morobe. So it's support. We want the government to support in the coffee because we have a market. We have a coffee that we can say that we can work on the coffee seedling, but because we can walk from there step by step because we have a big coffee. There is we haven't making the way to the market, so we are already there. We are working on this, but what we really need here is we need a coffee mill. So government can support in the coffee mill to improve in our, that once we have a coffee mill, we can improve to work on their coffee because we have our own market, we have our own coffee mill. So once we go, we can go more on this. So like we have we have a big land mass for the planting coffee. We are working on this part. The problem is that we planting. We give our district and the province. They support us to support most of their coffee, like rehabilitation in our district, even though CAC support us to work on the coffee, to give a training, but the problem is that there is no market, there is no seed capital. So one of the challenges is the warehouses in East district and LG, the sub government station like in Derim, because that's a big challenges in the warehouses.
Okay, so how do you see the future of Unen Choit?
We want to like in the future we want to become we want to build our own factories, and like in 2016 2017 we have a roasting mill, so we promote our own coffee here. So we want to make into the instant and 3-in-1 coffee, because we already do it for maybe 10 years. We are roasting for the mini roasting, and we supply to our the shop. But because of mini roasting, so that we haven't sent it to the other, because we want to become uh, we want we don't want to to go with our exporters, because we want to own our own coffee, own land to promote our own way to go to the world market. This is our the vision, that we want to promote our own way to go to the market.
Now, one thing you said that you were selling your coffee through exporters. So why doesn't Unen Choit get your own export license?
Because we have met all the requirements, but because of we haven't have a mill. So that's what the CAC said. Once you have a mill, we will give you the license. So this license is okay. We can give you because you meet the big demand. So, but the problem is coffee mill. So you need to build your coffee mill by yourself, and then you can come to get a license export license. So that's a big challenges, because we are working with the rural area. That's a very challenges from the farm to the market, and that's a very even also logistics. That's a very challenges for once we will fix it the farm area, then we have facing a big problem with our like building a coffee mill. So we need the government to and step in to assist us to work on it.
Because it seems a bit awkward, like you were saying that you bring your coffee and then it is exported by
Yep.
uh, which exporters again?
ACMAC,
Agma?
and we are trade.
We are trade.
But we
Yeah.
are trade in 2018, but these are new exporters, so we have talking too much between us, so that we gave 6 container in for the previous years. But for the ACMAC, every year we're working with the ACMAC. So now this year and last year we're working with the Korea exporters.
So does the relationship, does it work
Yep.
properly? Like the coffee goes straight to, like, for instance, you selling to Korea.
We can
Uh,
use other exporters.
are you, that's all the coffee that you send through Egmont? Does all of it reach Korea?
No, because on demand. Once we get a contract from the like in Europe. Every year we can send 1 container to Europe, but they want a specialty coffee. They want organic. In Australia, they depend on their demand. But Korea, this year they wanted that all they all coffee, for all coastal coffee. We want to all coffee coastal coffee. So now we are working with our Korea importers.
Okay, and so here is your office. So from here you coordinate all your farmers and
Yes, yes. We have in our in my experience that how can we can quit. We set up our office in here Leh, and then we talk our executive in Wasu. They will stay in Wasu, and here we have a management system. We have IT, and also we have staff here to work on the monitoring the data every daily to send to our exporters and also the importers how the money was used to the farmer buy our coffee. So this office was purposely for monitoring the data for the coffee. And we roasting as a Morobe
Can you
blend.
show me your coffee and
Yep, this is our Morobe blend coffee because we get from the old part of Morobe. So we blend as a Morobe blend. So we send this coffee for 17 to 17 kilo, 12 kilo, depend on our weight of kilo. This coffee was packaged in 2014, once the 15 and 16 when the Korean was came with the roasting, mini roasting machine, and then tell us to how we can work on the coffee. We have experience to work on the coffee roasting, so we want to get a roasting machine to work on it.
So are you still roasting?
Yes, we are still roasting now.
Where at where?
I think our roasting is at the back road.
Oh, I think
Yes,
you're
yes,
roasting.
yeah.
Can you show me the other coffee that you
This one.
producing? The other package. And this one.
This one is a shame, but it's a 250 gram. This is a shame. This one is a shame. This is a roasted, 550, 500 gram. But all the roasted coffee was, we established a long time, so we have a lot of customers. So in like here in Morobe, we have our partners from New Zealand, the Dew company from and HBS. They know their Unen Choit coffee. They come and pay off for our coffee, but we haven't have enough roasting machine to roasted our coffee. So that's what we need a coffee a roasted machine. We have a market, we have a customer here, but we haven't have enough roasting machine. We need a big roasting machine to work on this our promoting. Because like example Solar Dry, most of them they come and buy our coffee here and then they promote to the SME, then work on it.
Okay, so how is this cooperative concept going? How is it working among your farmers in Tewai-Siassi? The cooperative concept.
Cooperative concept, we working on basically we want to support them to our motto is Unen Choit, help you to you help yourself. So our concept is that how we can improve our living standard while the absent of government and absent of most of our villages they are illiteracy. They can't and they can't uh, move forward because they can plant, they can harvest, they can work on the coffee, but because of lack of understanding, the most of our businessmen, middlemen, they ship them for the low price, like 2 kina to 5 kina. But here is 2 kina to not 5 kina, sorry, 2 kina to 3 kina. But here is 7 kina for lay price. But they are living in the village. They don't know where they go. They can go and get enough money to improve their living. So that's what we form these cooperatives so that we can assist them as a vehicle. Unen could become a vehicle, then bring them to the market. So our concept is that Unen could a motto and Unen could help you to you help yourself. So like 5 kina is not in Wasu and Kabwum. It's not in our rural area. But we can bring this 5 kina down to the farmer level because most of the businessmen or the middlemen, they want to buy the coffee and sell and get a big profit and then ship our farmer to get their coffee. So that's what we came in to work with our farmers and then put like 6 kina and even 7 kina at the farm level, farm gate, so that they can get enough money to work on that. They can work. If uh, if like example, when we give the gap, like we haven't worked with the farmer in previous years in 1990s to 1997, we said that there is no man to shift them from the rural area to the market. So that's why they ship them for their like 150 to Tukina, and then our farmer was give us to work coffee. They haven't they because they were says, hey, me pa work now so on me no got money belong and me pa gotta go to town. So they left the coffee and they went to migrate around the city to work money, work for hunting money. There's no way. So all the people they came here to there is no idea, even though they have illiteracy, so they they facing very hard, so they doing a lot of problem in city. So because they haven't have enough money to work on this. So that's what, for my observation, I try my best to bring this price down to the farm level. That's our cooperative based on that. So we want to bring the like price, good price to our farmers, so that they can meet their need and want. Like before, like in 90s, I have facing very challenges for school fee. But right now, we have that our government they support our school student as for the school fee. But for the needs and want, most of the people they want their coffee. They want they want to build their good house. They want to for the it's a good make for a good business. So that's what we are stepping to assist our farmer to bring the good price to our farmers. So we compete with the local buyer. And then once they put 3 kina, we go up to 350. Once they go to 350, we go out to 4 kina because we have a market. The problem is we haven't have enough seed capital to pay off.
Okay, so do you get any help from CIC?
For the CIC, in 2012, we have only training, but it's not funded by the CIC. But we put some money to the CIC to get coffee to give a training. So we haven't have enough. I think PhD last time we have, but we haven't go in. We have what we because we haven't got enough information. So once we go to the training, we get this information, but we haven't get any funding from them. So we are late to get this funding. Yep. So CAC haven't support us, but for the job, for like funding for the necessary or any other, but they haven't found. But for the CAC, for the freight, they came, but our officers here, they say you have a big, value. So when CAC put 300,000, then 300,000 or 100,000 subsidy for the ship, you come with 60 to 70,000. So you will pay you will off this or funds. So we won't allow you to come into. We will look for the individual farmer to pay it. But I says we are working with the individual farmer. But why are you saying that? Because we are coming from the individual villages and individual farmers, and also that we're cooperating our villages. So that's a big challenges that we're facing from the logistics and come to the milling.
Anything else you want to say? Did you miss
Uh,
anything?
uh, in my experience to working in the coffee, that for my like last year I go to USA, Europe, and see how the importance in agriculture, especially the coffee. They like in PNG we haven't drink too much coffee. We drink like Coke and other drink. But in Europe, I see, and in Europe and even in Melbourne, they are living on the coffee. All their life, they're living on the coffee. That it's a big, you know, it's a big potential for the PNG to create the opportunity. So that's why I create the one of the database that linking the farmer to the market. So we engage a university lecturer to IT to work with us to create the database to like connecting this database to our like BSP or our banking, so that we can monitor the fund and also we can monitor the coffee system. Like from the picking up to the parchment, we will directly pay to the farmer at the ferry. So this is our idea that how we can improve and we can promote our coffee to the world market. Some of the experience that we have in working for the coffee for years, I have seen a lot of how the coffee can improve our living standard in our community and our district and our province and also Papua New Guinea. Coffee can make sense of our life. Even we can see that our kina value is down. We can work through the coffee to improve some of other parts. We can work on the coffee because I see the big demand in South Korea. When I go to South Korea, there is a lot of demand there. They want more coffee from us, but our challenges is already mentioned. Yep. So that for my dream, I plan to the coffee must become one of the model in Papua New Guinea to improve the living of the Papua New Guinea income. So how can we can not only for picking, not only for selling, not only for the farmer, but for the labor? How can we coffee can employ the people who they they're finding for job. There's a job opportunity there. We can work more like we can work as a coffee as a business. We can work employ more youth. We can employ more our like handicapped student who is also there's challenges who is facing. We can do from the coffee, creating the job opportunity and other the coffee, we see that the coffee is one of the supportive community in our rural area. So thank you so much.